Are you tired of making plain thumbnails where nothing really pops out and all the images just blend together in one big cluster? You've tried a few different strategies to make them look better, but they don't work. Well, you're in luck, because I've been through the same situation. I used to make thumbnails for my own YouTube channel, and although they were by no means terrible, they weren't exactly fantastic either. I wanted to make them look cool like the thumbnails you see all over your recommended and the trending tab, but I just couldn't figure out how. Looking back now, I wish someone would have told younger me just what to do to make an eye-catching thumbnail. Fortunately for you, by clicking on this video you get the chance to learn the trick that I was once dying to know. Watch through all of this short video to find out, and I promise you it'll be worth it. So the trick I'm going to teach you today is adding a reflection to an image. This will create an effect around the edge of the picture that makes it look like the light from the background is glowing and reflecting off it. So for this, you'll need a PNG of an object or a person and a background that preferably has a limited color scheme. Once you have both these images where you want them to be in your project, you're going to want to make a selection around the PNG by right-clicking on it in the Layer tab and then selecting Alpha to Selection, or by holding down the Alt key and then pressing on the image box beside the file name in the Layer tab. Now you should see a selection around your PNG. You want to change the position of the selection by going to the Move tool and changing it to Selection mode. Move the selection to where you want the glow around the character to be. For example, if you want the light to be on the right of the image, shift the selection over in that direction, and do the opposite for the left. Hold down the Control key to lock the movement of the image to one direction if you want to have some more precision. Now, to make sure the reflection is just around the edge of the image, you're going to want to have that PNG selected in the Layer tab, and then go to the Select menu on the top left of the screen, then to Transparency, and finally pick Subtract from Selection. The shortcut for this is the same as the one that I showed you the first time, except you also hold down the Control key. With your new selection, you should now change to the background layer in the Layer tab. Move your cursor to the main image display and press Ctrl C, then Ctrl V. You should see a new layer in the Layer tab, with two icons at the bottom glowing green. Pick the icon on the left that looks like a piece of paper with a plus symbol. This will create a new layer with that selection cut out. Hide the background layer and you can now see it on its own. If this doesn't happen for you, then don't worry. I often misclick buttons and mess up what I was trying to do. It's a common thing to trip up at. Just go over the previous steps and make sure you follow them closely. Okay, so with this new layer selected, go to the Move tool and change it to Layer mode, and bring the cutout back to where the selection roughly was. This doesn't look great, but with these next few steps we're going to turn it into something really cool. Now, with the cutout layer selected, go to the Filters menu, then to Blurs, and then Gaussian Blur. A menu pops up and you'll be able to change the radius of the blur. This is a matter of preference for what you want, so I encourage you to experiment. A larger radius will make the blur be fainter but spread further across the PNG, whereas a smaller one will have a clearer but more focused blur. When you're happy, press OK to apply your settings. We're almost finished, but we need to make this look more like a reflection. You can do this by moving down the opacity slider in the Layer tab. Change it to your liking, and once you're done, well, then congratulations, because you've just added a neat reflection to your image. If you want to make it look even fancier, you can go ahead and mess with the color menu settings like contrast and exposure to make it look brighter and give it a unique glow. There's a lot you can do with this effect, and now you can use it in your own thumbnails to give them a bit more depth and realism. If you want more tricks as well as some fantastic graphic design tips, then subscribe. I'll be uploading videos that I know you'll find helpful. If you want another technique to add to your thumbnails, then click on the link in the description. I'll send you a video explaining it along with another video where I reveal a secret principle to get loads more views on YouTube, and a thumbnail template to help you lay out your images. Anyway, thanks for watching. Can't wait to see you again in the next one.